Hello fellow traders, welcome to your favorite channel, Top Master Trader, where your journey to market mastery begins. In today's video, I will share with you my knowledge about the trend lines. This is a very powerful tool. If you think you know anything about them, forget about it. Today, you will learn the real deal. We will examine the current market and the current trade possibilities based on trend lines. So stay tuned, because that might be a possibility for you to open a beautiful long-term trade, a winning trade, because the trend lines are very powerful. And as always, we are on my website, as you can see. For each 100 likes and 100 comments under this video, I will choose a lucky winner who will get access to my otherwise paid course. And as well, for anyone who will open a live account with X Station and activate it, I will give you, so that's the X Station, I will give you access to the course. And we have a sponsor of the video, Find Your FX. If we click and go to their website, they offer, of course, the challenges. There's 2 phase challenges, and one lucky winner will get 5,000 challenge accounts. We already picked 2 in the previous videos. All you need to do is like, comment, and subscribe. And I will choose 1 subscriber from the comments below. It's not a big effort. Make a nice comment, and it will be chosen in the next video. So be quick and win the challenge. And now, without any further ado, let's jump into defining the trend lines. First, let's answer the question, what are the trend lines? A trend line is a straight line drawn on a chart to connect price points, helping traders visualize the market trend. And there are 2 main types, the uptrend and the downtrend. So the uptrend line connects higher lows, showing a rising market, so the bullish market, and the downtrend line connects lower highs, indicating a falling market. I'm using the same chart as I used in the previous video. You can watch this video over here. We already marked in the previous video the trend. So we've got impulses and corrections. The red are corrections, and we can see that we have a higher highs and higher lows, higher high, higher low, and so on. So that's our bullish markets. And now we want to draw a trend line. There's a lot of schools of drawing the trend line. I will explain to you. I'm using, how I'm doing trend lines, I'm connecting the wicks. And by connecting the wicks, I have the trend line. But you can find the school, of course, of connecting the bodies. So then you would be connecting the body and the body, and that's your trend line over here. Or another school where people are just connecting where there is like the most touch points. So they would be even doing something like that to get the touch points. For me, I believe that we need to do just the wicks, the lower points of the market, and that's it. That's the simplest way. In my trading experience, this is what works. And it works indeed even in this case. So I connected these 2 points, and you might say as well, okay, but why didn't you connect it here? This angle is too high of an angle. No one will tell you that. A lot of people do this mistake. Don't do that mistake. If the angle is higher than 45 degrees, don't even try to find any trend lines. These are like too strong of a movement, and the market might go lower just to go up again. So you will think that the trend line was broken, but it wasn't, because the market, like here, basically, if you draw this trend line, later you would have this breakout, and you'll be thinking, yes, there is a breakout, now we are going down, but this is not a breakout. You just draw the trend line too quickly. The market did not make a proper breath yet, so you need to wait for the market to mature a little. And now you have the nice trend line, and then there is a touch point. So what can we do with this information? That we have the trend line, and let's say we don't know anything up to this point. So We are blind, we just draw it, there is a market, and we are waiting for the pullback of the market. That's what we learned in the previous video, which I will leave here, like 2 videos ago. We need to wait for the pullback. And of course, the preferable pullback would be if we are trading with trend lines to the trend line. So here we have it. Let me zoom it in. A beautiful, beautiful pullback. Here we are. Beautiful pullback, beautiful touch. And then the market is going up. And it's going up for $5,000. This is Bitcoin 1 hour chart, the movement of $5,000. That's a huge movement. So imagine that was your strategy, that you are trading, because there are 2 strategies with trend lines. Trendline bounce strategy, buy near an uptrend line when price bounces off it, sell near a downtrend line when price rejects it, and put the stop loss slightly below the trend line in an uptrend and above in a downtrend. So that would be our uptrend. That's where we would be placing our trade. And look how beautiful the market reacted. We made a new high, all perfect. We are still in an uptrend. So this is our uptrend. This is our strategy. And that's what I said. This is live market. This is, of course, we are looking at the historical chart, but we are still looking at the market happening right now. And look what happened yesterday. That was yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. To be precise, that was 17 hours ago. Again, there was a bounce of our trend line. If we managed to enter here, that was the move of 1,700. You don't need much of a stop loss here. Let's say you put the 300, you've got 1 to 5 ratio. That's a beautiful ratio, 1 to 5. That's why trend lines are so powerful, because you don't need a big stop loss. But the movement, if the trend will continue, you can have a massive movement up. Okay, so that's our uptrend. And as I said in the previous video, the situation, the current situation right now on Bitcoin is very interesting, because on 1 hour chart, we are going up. But if we switch to 4 hour chart, what do we have? We have a bearish market. So now let's connect our points. By the way, if you have a trend line, mark ray, then it will draw all the way, so you can see the future. Let's mark it in red, because this is the downtrends. Let's use the magnetic. I'm using MetaTrader 4 this time, not the Extension. The Extension is the one that I recommend to trade with. But for this analysis, I decided to use the MetaTrader. It was just handy at this computer. And now, what do we have here? We connected our first 2 points. And look what happened. At this point, the market came exactly to the trend line. And we've got the movement of 21,000. You heard me right. 21,000. That's how the trend line rejected the price up to the pip for 21,000. The next approach, that's another thing actually we can draw here. If we just borrow this line, let's see. Look at that. If we connect these 2 points and we extend it as a ray, I think I did it the other way to have it extended as a ray. Look what you have here. Do you understand the power of a trend line? This time the market did not get all the way up. It stopped at this sort of a trend line. This is a little bit different of a trend line. Extra type, let's put it this way. Maybe I shouldn't be mixing it today, but I want to show you, once you really dive into trend lines and into drawing them, how powerful they are. Look at the reaction. It's nothing made up here. You just connect 2 points of the market, and that's the reaction of the market. For 18,000, for 18,000 pips. Imagine even if you put your stop loss here at, let's say, even 3,000. 1 to 6. You've got the ratio 1 to 6 for each 1,000 invested. You've got 6,000 return. If you put 2,000, you would have 12,000 win over here. That's the power of the trend line. So now I told you that there is an opportunity, that we are approaching the moment where you can take advantage of the current situation. So what can you do? With the current situation, we've got two situations. One, as I said, on 4-hour chart, we have a market that is going down and we are approaching this trend line. So if we touch this trend line, that would be a very good signal to sell. Beautiful. For now, on 1-hour chart, I would be very careful. All the buy signals are already done, in my opinion. Yes. So if we come back here, you could be trading until, of course, the red line, but try to focus, observe it. This is not, of course, an advice to trade anything. I'm not a financial advisor here. Disclaimer. But once we reach this trend line, then there's a beautiful opportunity to sell it. Or that's one strategy, because we have two strategies to trade trend lines. One is when the market is bouncing, and another one when the market is breaking. So imagine that now this market breaks down. Let me just copy this one. So we break down below, then that's already a trade. When we break down, you can already start trading, but be careful because there might be a small breakdown. We still have there might be some uncertainty, but I don't want to make too big of an analysis here because this video will be too long. There's so much information on the chart that I could tell you about right now. Maybe let me move it a bit. Okay, so now we're breaking. There might be as well a retest. Maybe even a retest to the trend line. You never know, to the other trend line, and then a massive fall. And again, this fall might be for another 20,000. So you might catch, my friend, a move of $20,000 on Bitcoin. Observe it and let me know how it went. But let's summarize. You know the trend lines, upwards, downwards. The strategy is to either buy when the market is still not exhausted, we are buying, or when the market is exhausted and then it wants to change the direction, we wait for the breakdown of the trend line. It could happen, of course, the other side. But in my opinion, in my humble opinion, so what could happen? Of course, we could break out here. And then, voila, we could go up. That's an option as well. But because we are on the 4-hour chart still in a bearish movement, I treat this movement here as a correction and I'm waiting for the impulse. That's what I was teaching in this video. So make sure you watch this video. Make sure you understand properly why I'm not a fan and I'm not waiting for a signal to buy here, but I'm waiting for a signal to sell, and why my target is up to $20,000 on this single trade. Guys, I hope you got a lot of information out of this video. If you didn't, you need to rewatch it because seriously, this is pure gold. YouTube will recommend some other videos on the site. Make sure you watch them as well. They are cherry-picked especially for you. So watch them next. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment to take part in the draw for the 5K challenge and for my course. And I see you in the next video. Until the next time, bye.